This is the family antidote, made to suppress Leviathan's spiritual corruption. Take it now. As long as we can identify the problem, there's a way to fight back. You carry the Sentinel's power within you. That's keeping the corruption at bay for now. What's left are the hallucinations and whispers. I've learned about Leviathan's current state from Galbrenna. The Thessalias have resisted the Threnodian for a century. Its whispers aren't undefeatable. We will defeat it.
Leviathan needs a harbinger with enough influence to spread its gospel. You're the laureate of Raguna and the hero of heroes in Septimont. That's more than enough to be its first choice. Your path overlaps with Avidius. The Tidespawn are shaped by the harbinger's thoughts and memories. Neither the Thundering Mephis nor the Phalian Beringal are native to Rinasita. So...
You once said the Harbinger had to be corrupted by the Dark Tide. But I still don't show any signs of corruption.
I suspect the one corrupted might not be you.
The Dark Tide, huh? I ate some back at the hunting grounds. It tasted kind of funky. It made me super sleepy. Ever since then, I've been having the weirdest nightmares.
Abby does carry the Dark Tide's frequency.
Abby must have absorbed many other frequencies. So while the Dark Tide's frequency lay in wait, it was masked by the others. It makes sense. You two share life and energy. As the primary in this bond, your frequency has been overriding Abby's. Leviathan planned for this.
Rover? Did I do something wrong?
We made a call when it mattered. I asked you to absorb the Dark Tide. We couldn't have known what it would become. You didn't do anything wrong.
I see. Well, I can go hungry, if I have to. But you better not get hurt.
The real threat is Leviathan. If we want to end this for good, we kill it and destroy its paradise.
From what I know, Leviathan manifests its kingdom by flooding Rinasita with the Dark Tide. That's how it turns the real world into the journeying paradise. But we've already secured Raguna and Septimont. The Fabricatorium and the hunting grounds are both stabilized. So why is this paradise still there?
Everything you've done has slowed down or maybe even sealed off some of its pathways. That's why Leviathan is resorting to its final plan. This so-called divinity is more devious than humanity realizes. The paradise you saw is not of this world. It stands within the Dark Tide. Matriarch of Physalia, you have guarded this truth for over a century. Now, we need your insight.
I couldn't see the truth until the Threnodian's whispers finally quieted. Only then did those ancient records, once twisted beyond recognition, begin to make sense again. Leviathan was born from the shadows in our hearts, from our longing to connect and belong. It took the shape of a sea creature, because nothing frightens us more than the deep. It used faith to spread a spiritual plague. All the while, it has been feeding on our pains. Fear, despair, sorrow. Our ancestors believed Leviathan survived by absorbing these emotions. Little by little, it burrowed into Rinasita's collective unconscious. They said the dark tide is that subconscious made real, an ocean of shared trauma. That's why they called Leviathan the Master of the Deep.
I heard them. All those voices in the dark tide. And before I touched the gate, I felt it. Fear. Sorrow. Like it was pouring out of the people.
The stronger the conflict, the deeper the emotion it stirs. That's what shapes our memories and subconscious. That's why the playwright kept forcing Rinasita into conflict. Every tragedy, every struggle, it wasn't random. It was all to keep feeding Leviathan. The end times are drawing near. The Ragonesi cling to hopes of a blissful afterlife. Septimontians have long believed in another world that begins after death. Leviathan may have drawn from these subconscious beliefs, aligning with those desires to fabricate a false future and afterlife within the dark tide. The illusion of the journeying paradise.
If that's true, once the people's belief in the end times reaches its zenith, their consciousness will align entirely with Leviathan's vision, like Gilberto, and the others who were fully corrupted.
Its power of assimilation will grow stronger, until the line between imagination and reality vanishes. The journeying paradise will descend upon the world just as before. When it does, every soul in Rinasita will be unified under its control. No thoughts, no will, just blind devotion. No different from the Tidespawn. You saw it in the illusion. It cast aside the Sentinel's form and took on Cartetia's. That means the first step in her plan is complete. Leviathan is still watching the real world. Because of the mark of the Dark Tide, it can read your thoughts. So for now, we can't share the full plan with you. But you must have sensed it by now. Your connection with Rinasita runs deeper than I, or even you, ever imagined. You're not just the harbinger of despair. You've become a vessel of Rinasita's hope. So go. Gather every last flicker of it. This is a hunt, yes. But it's also more than that. It's a war of spirit. Of light against shadow. Hope against despair. To take Leviathan down, our belief has to be unshakable. If there's doubt in your heart, then stop. A new path won't reveal itself, unless you're ready to walk it. For now, the dark tide in Raguna is under control. And I think I figured out what it plans to do next. Before the bells of Paradise ring, I'll buy you time. When you're ready, head to Septimont. Just like the playwright said, when the moment comes, everything, fiction and reality, past and future, will converge there.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey.
Keep moving. Stay in line and follow instructions. No dawdling. I promise, we will return soon. Well, well. Is that you, Unwritten One? So you did decide to grace us after all. Thought maybe you'd forgotten about us. Did you come straight from Raguna?
I did. Has it begun here, too? I see you're starting evacuations.
An unannounced high tide. But that term doesn't even begin to cover it. No signs, no patterns. The dark tide's spawn are surfacing at random, even outside the city of Septimont. It doesn't make sense. The Earth-rend wedge is still holding back the dark tide at its depths. At any rate, Augusta's already led a team to the Sanguis Plateaus to investigate. As for me, I'm helping out here. Someone has to stop the panic from turning into a stampede.
It's not just Septimont. Raguna has been hit too.
I see. Raguna too. And Ovidius. He never bent the knee, never played by the rules. Why is it that fate always strikes hardest at those who dare to defy it? It's not just me. No priestess can see Septimont's auguries anymore. In our visions, It's all gone. Just blank. The last prophecy ended with, the dark tide will erupt and engulf all of Septimont. After that, nothing. And with this abnormal dark tide behavior, people are starting to fear the end is upon us. Nice thought. If only more people shared your hope. But in the face of something this vast and unknown, fear is only human. We can't blame them for trembling. Aquila, any word? The dark tide has been spotted at the Three Heroes' Crest. Bad. It's the highest point in the Sanguis Plateaus, well beyond the Blight Cloud's reach. The dark tide has never touched it before. They call it the Three Heroes' Crest for the three heroes of heroes who once stood there. Many believe their blessing has kept it one of the few sacred places the dark tide cannot reach. If even that place isn't safe, we need to see it with our own eyes. But Septimont still needs us too.
Worry not, Honored One. The Senate will oversee the evacuation. Please, go assist the Ephor. We may lack your strength, but we will not stand idle. We will do everything we can to hold the line.
We were born in Septimont. Resistance runs in our blood, and we were raised beneath the shining legacy of heroes. You think we'll sit back and let ruin claim us?
We're counting on you, Honored One.
I hate to admit it, but the current Senate's grown a backbone. Cowards wouldn't last long working under Augusta anyway. Come on, Rover. Let's find her.
Traces of the dark tide are everywhere.
The tide spawn always shows up where we least expect them, and never slow down. Our warriors are stretched thin just trying to hold the lines. Even though the common echoes here don't depend on the Genesis Nexus, they're still breaking down due to the dark tide's corruption. Don't wear that face. These are Septimont's warriors. They don't fall easy. There! The Three Heroes' Crest. Looks like they just finished a battle. Let's pick up the pace. You fought beside Augusta before, and you once led the battle to defeat the Sovereign. Your presence will rally them.
Look!
It's Rover! The Honorable One!
My fellow warrior, you came! Feels like just yesterday we were fighting side by side in the Colosseum. And now look at you! Hero of heroes and all. Didn't see that coming.
Rover, your arrival is appreciated.
Oh, let me introduce you. Augusta, this is...
You know. We know each other.
A lot happened while you were off adventuring. You missed some fun.
It is strange. From the moment we met, it felt like we were cut from the same cloth. Like we'd known each other before. She might seem unmoored, but when the storm hits, she holds fast.
All right then, Augusta. What's the situation?
Theoretically, the dark tide flows here from the blight cloud above the plateaus. High tides have always followed its movements. But this time, nothing. No blight cloud anomalies. No frequency fluctuations near the Three Heroes crest. We always knew the Earthrend Wedge was a stopgap as we continued to search for a permanent solution. But this eruption without warning defies everything we thought we understood. We repelled the first wave and set up an anti-corrosion ward using anchor obelisks. Have you discovered anything?
What? But... I thought the Sovereign's death would sever the root cause of the Paradise's descent. But Leviathan's rebirth... This is a whole new thread of fate.
The Fraxidos. Always scheming in shadow. Its wicked ambitions know no end.
Your Excellency, another outbreak. Tide spawn heading straight for the camp.
Leviathan won't spare us any time to breathe. It's been too long since we stood shoulder to shoulder in battle.
Warriors! The battle horns sound once again! Let those who defy Septimont tremble at our fury and fall before our valor!
Tide spawn dead ahead! Let's cut them down in one clean sweep! In control! It's always a blast fighting beside you, my fellow warrior.
Another horde inbound. They're not letting up.
They're heading straight for the anchor obelisks.
We will stop them.
Honor cannot be sunk. Roars of conquest! In control!
Finale, rend this slumber.
Future. On you go. Cycle. I shall bear witness. On you go.
The moon is full.
Together we rise!
Fate reveals.
This is my fault. In control.
Unmatched! Pathetic struggle!
Is it just me, or have they slowed down a little?
Your Excellency, the target's in the remaining anchor obelisk now.
But the gladiators guarding them. They haven't recovered from the last wave. Leave them to me.
Good. We'll split up and reinforce the rest. Stay sharp.
No hesitation. One with the sound.
You will yield.
None shall whisper. One with the sound. Check.
How is the situation there?
Just cleaned them up.
We've cleared our Sector 2. Regrouping now.
More tide spawn at the southwest base, boys!
Trying to wear us down one flank at a time, huh?
They're closing in on the obelisks on our side.
Wait. Something's off. They're striking at weak spots in the formation. Since when did they fight with strategy?
Leviathan. It's directing them. It saw we were spread too thin, and scattered their assault on purpose.
The north flank! Hold the obelisks at all costs!
If I release this attack, the whole obelisk array may fall. It's testing me, seeing if I'll trade lives for victory.
So, this is where we're needed, right? Time to help reclaim those obelisks. The north flank's ours. Let's give them a grand show!
The Montellis greet you. We will secure this cell.
The poison Leviathan leaves behind, allow the Thessalians to cleanse it.
Phew! Made it this time! I've got this side covered.
By the name of Imperator, we'll protect the obelisks here.
Let's deal with the mess first. Plenty of time to catch up after.
One obelisk remains on the northeast.
I'll take that one.
You have my thanks, heroes from afar. May your names be etched in eternity. This battle is not over yet. Let's end this together!
I never thought I'd see the day. Fighting side by side with the Order of the Deep. Onward, comrades! We're not about to shape Septimos now!
I've heard of the Montelli-centric constructs, but seeing that kind of firepower up close, something else.
Maybe the Sailians aren't as monstrous as they say.
She's absorbing the tide spawn. What kind of power is that?
Nightmare, break asunder.
In control. Road of conquest!
With style and grace. On you go. Taste my resolve. Face me. You will obey. One is the sound. Finale, rend this slumber. None shall whisper. Fight by my side. What is that in the center? An opening. Something inside is sending them frequencies to recover. The tide spawn is still hiding in there, ready to strike again. Damn it! There's no end to this.
We won't last much longer at this rate.
The entrance is open. Now's the time.
What are you doing?
What I always planned to do. Hunt the Trenodian. The moment I jump into the dark tide, the tide spawn will retreat to defend. That's when you seal the anti-corrosion ward. Trap them in one stroke.
Jump into the dark tide? Are you out of your minds?
More precisely, into the journeying paradise. This suffocating despair you see. It's a gateway, and Leviathan's sanctuary.
You're saying Leviathan built the paradise inside the dark tide?
That grand city you glimpsed within it, it wasn't a hallucination. It was real. Paradise's first form. Everything it plotted fell apart. With no other choice, it began spreading the gospel of its paradise by force. And that gives us a chance to kill it. Right now, it's trying to break the Earthrend Wedge's seal and drown all of Rinasita in the dark tide. But that's not its true goal. It feeds on our terror, on despairing frequencies. That's what fuels its rebirth and its paradise. We must strike at the root, kill Leviathan, tear down the paradise it's built. If not, it will descend upon Rinasita, just as it did here, at the Three Heroes' Crest.
The paradise won't fall unless we can reach it. How exactly do we do that?
The living can only enter the journeying paradise once they've been corrupted by the dark tide. Even then, one of you must go in first to open the way for the rest. Inside, there's a spatial anomaly. Whoever goes first must use the Sentinel's power to break through it, then find a waystone to create a connection for the others to follow. Augusta, you buried the waystone yourself, but it's been corrupted. Only the Sentinel's power can purify it. Take it. Leviathan's eye is still on this place, so I'll say no more. I trust you'll understand what's left unsaid. Once I'm inside, I'll draw its attention. That'll buy you enough time to prepare. Good. All locked and loaded. Now, if you'll excuse me, someone's got to teach the Dark Tide some manners.
Huh? No! Hold on now!
And you, Rover. If your resolve is true, be ready. When the time comes, I'll guide you to paradise. See you all in hell.
Retreating to the center. They're all inside the ward's perimeter. Augusta!
Now activate the anchor obelisks!
We did it. But what good is that? She just rattles on, doesn't even check if anyone's really listening, and then dives headfirst into the dark tide.
The journeying paradise lies within the dark tide. I do not think she was lying. That grand city she spoke of, I saw it myself. Rover, we've set up camp near the Three Heroes' Crest to keep watch. Let's head back and rest for now. There must be a way forward. Once we're back, we'll gather all of Raguna's heroes and plan our next move together. The nature of the dark tide and Leviathan. Ha. I see where we are now.
Rover, you're here.
Regarding that, I think it's best you hear from them directly.
Loud and clear, Rover? So, all available bloom bearers have arrived in Rinasita. We're standing guard at Aberrado Vault, and Booling is already en route to reinforce Septimont. When the Threnodian blindsided us in Jinzhou, we ate some quest. But this time, the Black Shores will show the world who we really are. We've already synced intel with Raguna, and time's short, so I'll make this a quickie. We've drawn some key conclusions about the Threnodian in Rinasita. The Threnodian is a shadow of civilization, formless and immortal. According to Imperator's judgment, they can't be erased entirely, only shackled. But the one you're about to face is different. The Fraxidus used the Threnodian's gem to resurrect him, and that created a crack in the shell. Tethys believes that with Imperator's power, you might be able to split the gem from the Threnodian and stop Leviathan from fully reviving. If you can extract the gem, Tethys can tap into a Sonoro's infinite expansion to lock that thing down for good. One more thing. Back in Jinzhou, Abby proved capable of absorbing Threnodian's frequencies. This means, in theory, it could act as a temporary host for the gem. But know this, the Threnodian Leviathan is rooted deeply in the minds and souls of Rinasita's people. Only they can truly face it. At Raguna's request, we've teleported some of our strongest resonators to reinforce the front lines of Three Heroes Crest. So, leave the civilians to us. We'll keep them safe. As for combat power, I called in some insurance. Never hurts to play it safe. Don't worry,
Where you go? Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers!
So you don't have to
unleash the fans.
In any case, you just focus on driving your blade straight into Leviathan's heart. We'll be Rinasita's last line of defense, and we'll be right here waiting for your safe return.
If not for the Black Shore's aid, we would not have arrived so swiftly, or with such peace of mind. This disaster has swept across all of Rinasita. We Raganese won't cower behind Septimont's walls, nor will we sit idle while the dark tide ravages your lands. Septimont has long stood as the vanguard against the Tidespawn. This is your battleground. We'll follow your lead, Your Excellency. Just say the word.
Thank you for your trust. Though Septimont and Raguna have drifted apart over the years, in the face of such calamity, we stand together as one for Rinasita. There is no need for formality between us. Leviathan is the source of this chaos. If the Black Shore's plan can truly seal it away, then perhaps the storm it unleashed may yet be stilled.
That Discord Slayer spoke of a connection between the Wastestones.
She must have meant the Anchor Stone's ability to resonate and link with another. If there's another Anchor Stone inside the Dark Tide, that connection could open up a path for us.
When the Dark Tide swallowed me, I did leave an Anchor Stone behind, but... how did you know that?
Not important right now. The real issue is that the anchor has been heavily corroded. To reactivate it, we'll need to purify it using the Sentinel's power.
Even if we take another Anchor Stone with us, its power alone won't be enough to pierce the spatial anomaly inside the Dark Tide and open up a path.
You'll need this. A dying martyr entrusted it to me.
The first relic, infused with Imperator's pure original power. That light once drove back the darkness across Rinasita.
Most of its strength was spent purging the dark tide beneath Ragusa. What's left can only shield one person.
And someone will need to carry it in first, to reach the Anchor Stone and reactivate it. I'll do it. As a captain, navigating through uncharted waters is second nature.
I'll go.
I know how to resist the Dark Tide's corruption.
The Physalia family potion grants resistance, and I've endured its whispers for long enough. I know its tactics. Let me face this.
We don't even know where this Anchor Stone is. Finding it may take time, and your potion might wear off before you reach it. But I still carry the Sentinel's power. I can hold out longer than anyone. I have to be the one.
This relic holds all that Primus once felt. His fury, sorrow, obsession, and resolve. I see that same resolve in you. Take it.
Lady Cantarella, how many of your family's potions remain?
You're asking if I can brew enough to carry all of us into the journeying paradise. If we're ready to face Leviathan.
So, once that Anchor Stone is activated, the path should be clear, right? Great! Then would you do us the honor, brilliant Lady of Potions, and get us there?
Rover, this is Rinasita's fight. It is neither your duty to shoulder it alone, nor our desire to see you do so. We will not have you face the Thronodian alone. If facing Leviathan means being corrupted by the Dark Tide, then so be it.
The priestesses foresaw this.
The dark tide will erupt and engulf all of Septimont. If that is our fate, we must meet it head-on.
I'll go first. I'll enter the dark tide, activate the Anchorstone's connections, and hold the path open for the rest of you.
Meanwhile, we'll hold the line at the Three Heroes Crest. The Tidespawn aren't the only threat. The Fraxtus might still have their hand to play.
Once the anchors are active, we'll take the potions and follow.
Rinasita will not falter just because a few of its leaders are gone. Its people will rise. We'll meet again in the Paradise and end this together. Leviathan will fall.
Rover, we all understand the burden you carry. We are grateful. We'll continue to monitor the dark tide. When the moment comes, we'll move. Until then, prepare and rest.
That visitor from Huang. He must know something about Fenrico. If the lantern came from the Fabricatorium, then what's happened to the dark tide sealed beneath Raguna's seas? There's still time before I go. I need to find him and learn what happened down there.
Hmm?